We love dragons.
Why? They're monsters.
Uh-oh.
Sneak peek was released for How to Train Your Dragon Homecoming, and we got to see that Hiccup's kids, very realistically, are afraid of dragons. At least Zephyr, their daughter, their older kid is.
Well, yeah.
Razor sharp teeth? Breathe fire? I suppose so. Claws?
That'd be us.
What happened to your leg?
No.
By the way, his reaction alone confirms our video that we did on this channel about what happened to Hiccup's leg. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's one of our most viewed videos on this channel. So I thought it was really interesting that Zephyr feels this way, feels this way, because this is exactly what the Vikings had to go through in the beginning. They are fearful of things that they don't understand, as is with human nature. Now remember, the kids never grew up with dragons. So imagine this little girl finds this book in the vault, or where she found it from, that belonged to her grandfather, and all that it's about is how much they were scared of dragons and how fearsome they were. And this is in writing, this documentation of these dragons from how many years gone by and how many decades or centuries or however long they've been documenting these dragons in these books. Clearly, Hiccup put away those books because they didn't really need them anymore, but it's good that he didn't actually destroy them because it was part of their history. You want to know where they came from. Everything this little girl is seeing right now is proving to her that she's scared of dragons. And I don't know if they wrote this in so that they could explain the ending of Hidden World. I still don't know totally how to feel about that.
Maybe we don't leave fish snacks around to attract them. Cause you know who doesn't want to be dragon dessert? Me.
So Hiccup decides that he doesn't want history to repeat itself, and they should put on a pageant so that the kids can understand that dragons are actually really friendly and how their people ended up befriending dragons. Astra decides that it's a good idea, but it also makes Hiccup miss Toothless a lot. And this is where we get the segment into Toothless's family. And it's so awesome because this was the exact theory that I had in the other video. The most mature Nightlight seems to be the one that takes after Toothless the most. He's very inquisitive and pensive like his father, and he's always eager to understand things. The other babies don't understand and think that the human is just a weird looking dragon and that it should have wings. But Toothless seems to be trying to explain to them that no, this is a creature that actually lived in a house on Berk, on an island. It looks like Toothless is telling the story of how the dragon got to the human, or how they became friends. Well, the Light Fury doesn't seem to be very happy about this, and she almost seems as though she does not want the kids to know of that history. She wants them to be separate from humans because now they're in the hidden world and they're away from that life. Remember, she wasn't integrated into society, so as far as we're concerned, she doesn't like humans. But we can see that Toothless's older kid, or the more pensive one, is very intrigued by this, and he's probably the one that heads off the adventure with his siblings to go and find new Berk. Chances are the Light Fury will probably blame Toothless for this, because as far as she's concerned, all she's known concerning humans is pain, up until the end of her life, when she didn't even spend that much time with them before they had to leave for the hidden world. And then she only tolerated them because Toothless was friends with one. My theory was that these little Nightlights would just observe the humans the way the humans observe the dragons, or at least the way that Hiccup used to when he was younger. But here's the issue. If they're already starting off this trailer or making it a point to show that his kids hate dragons, or they are afraid of them, then that means that at the end of this short movie, they're going to somehow fix that. And how would they fix that? I'm pretty sure the pageant alone isn't going to do it. You're going to have to see an actual dragon interact with it. And we know that this is going to happen because for the synopsis, it says, Hiccup and Toothless reunite to remind both their kinds of the inseparable bond between Vikings and dragons. This is what I was afraid of. Like, how are they going to explain the end of the movie? And it's like that ending of the movie is going to be so diluted in its delivery and its meaning. Either that or this short film is not going to be canon. Just had to say that. On Rotten Tomatoes, however, it just says taking place before, just before, the emotional epilogue from the last installment of the film trilogy and 10 years after the end of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, How to Train Your Dragon Homecoming opens with Hiccup and Toothless sharing stories of their special relationship with their respective families as they prepare for the Snoggletog Festival. When it becomes clear that the new generation of Vikings doesn't remember the bond between dragon and human, Hiccup makes a plan to celebrate dragons with a grand holiday pageant. This heartwarming idea leads to a series of hilarious and exciting events, but no matter the circumstance, everyone in New Berk, young and old alike, is reminded that dragons, humans are forever bonded. Nowhere else except for IMDb seems to tell us that Toothless and Hiccup are going to reunite. And if that's the case and they're going to reunite, we're going to see the dragons with Hiccup, it doesn't make any sense what happened at the end. They would have just seen them, which makes no sense why Hiccup and his kids would be so afraid. Or why Toothless would be so wild and aggressive towards Hiccup.
We love dragons.
Can you imagine if this had gone horribly wrong? Like that face right there. Hiccup, he thought he was dead.
I welcome death.
I'd like to think of the story as an alternate version of what would have happened, because Hidden World's ending was just too meaningful and too beautiful to just erase for the sake of some Christmas story or Thanksgiving or whatever it is they're celebrating. We're still holding out hope that they're gonna keep it wholesome and true to the story, but what do you guys think? Also, if you want a POV fanfiction of How to Train Your Dragon Hidden World, I did a story on this channel based on the point of view from the Light Fury. So if you guys want to check that out, click on the link in the card, and thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.